Hello everyone and welcome back to the techystack channel. So today we'll try to explore one more new concept on the link queries itself. So basically I will show the input files and output files. So we need to do some manipulations on the input and output file. So this is my input file which I am opening right now. So when you check here we have the four columns are there and multiple rows. So under the columns we have the date and the user email, time name, and the status. So when you check this emails, forget about these and these. So we need to, we are applying the conditions based on the email and the status. So when you check here, emails, I have the multiple mails and it's having the duplicates. And similar way, I have this not found, found, and error. So these are also duplicate. Now, how, there is one expecting output. So this is a way I will show that output as well. Let me show out. Okay, when you want to do something on this is a one kind of scenario. So when you check here, so already I told you, so I need the duplicate. I don't want the duplicates under the user email. So whatever the mails are, it's I'm getting now. So I need the only the unique values. And when I go to the status, I have some priorities. For example, when you check here priorities, so the first one should be priority for the error. So for example, I've let me take one case here. So I will take one mail ID. Maybe anything is fine. So this don't have. I need one query which has contain all the things. Let me check this. Not found. If it is not the okay. So when you check this case, so I have this one unique mail. Just assume that this is a one unique mail, but having the multiple duplicates. That's fine. Let it be. Now, what I want to do is here. So I need find the error. Basically, I have the three status. So out of this, my priority one is for the error, and priority two for the not found, and priority three for the found. So I have the multiple times I got when you check the date, it got find, not found, and it got the error. But the user or the client expecting this. So when I got the error, so at only that line I need to pick. So when you check here, what is the name? Shirley dot. When you check here, my output is error. So similar way, for example, I don't have any error here, not found is it, then my priority will be changed. If it is having only the just not found, then simply it will take it found. But the here thing is we need to understand that based on the duplicate mail IDs, we need to find the priorities. So this is a way how we can do with this link queries. So let me close these two inputs. So if you want, you can make sure that these are the priorities which we need to do. So this is one kind of scenario which I want to explain today. So let me close this as well. Okay, and one more thing is these two files are available in the CSV format, so I cannot directly use that read range activity. So for that, if I want to read that CSV format, then I need use this some Excel application scope, or you can use Excel file or some other activity. So you can go with, but as of now, I'm going with this Excel application process scope or Excel application scope, Excel process scope, or not this one. Let me close this. Where is this use Excel file? Yeah, I will go with the use Excel file. Okay, so and the thing is I need to update the path. Let me copy this path from here. Don't want this. Let me close. Let me take this path. Okay, I have updated the path. And next I need to use this read range activity now. So just I'm picking the read range activity. So we cannot directly give this range or data it won't come. So here we need to give this object dot have some parameters excel dot sheet. If you know VBA, then it is very useful. You can update about it. And I need to update this sheet name. Let me open that my file. So here my sheet name is input. Okay, whatever the data it's coming from the rate range activity, so we can just store into one variable. As of now, I make it as data. So this is my data and nothing as data table. Or you can change the variable as per your requirement or as per your convenient. So later, just I will go with and keep one message box. Just I want to check whether the data is occurring or having some errors. So the first thing when you're running this, when you're developing some automation, we need to check. This is a mandatory steps. So whether the input is getting properly or not, the input having some spaces, extra spaces, or some explicit, we need to remodify your input based on the how you are getting the we don't know, no, so sometimes we are getting some space. For example, I will tell you that as well. Why it's came means already it's feeding in somewhere else. That's right. So when you check here, I have this data without no space. Sometimes we'll get the space. We don't know what will happen. So that's why make sure that data getting properly or not. Okay. Next step into. Okay, and I will check here data. So just whatever it means, the data is coming from me. Okay. So why I taken means next time I will directly copy the user email from here. If I have any spaces, I will get to know here. Spaces or something happens, we'll get to know here. So I copied that. So now the next step is, so we need to update this link query. So updating the link query, I'm taking one assign activity. So just drag and drag and creating the one variable which we called final final data or else final data table. Let it be anything, that's fine. Okay. Now what I will do, I will just go to this variable panel and change the scope of this. So just I will make it the sequence because I want to use outside of it. So that's why I'm keeping it. Or else you can use inside also, it's fine. It's now I'm opening this parameter and I need to write this snippet of the code. So as usual, so we know that data, so which is having the data in my data table. So there is a data. Then as enumerable, if you want to do anything on the link queries, then whatever the data from the data table, just convert it to the as enumerable. So now here I want to get this group by. So why I'm taking this group by means because I need to consider that two things are there. So I need to make sure that. So for that purpose, I'm taking group by. So once you typing this data, for example, group by, so you can see this downside. It's giving this some annotations or might be giving some suggestions. So just make sure that if it is not coming, then you did something wrong. Sometimes it might won't come. Even if you write also, it won't come. So it might be that depends upon it. So make sure that as well. So later I need to write this function. So this function, what I want to know. So I want to check, get this mail. So here I need to group by open bracket function of. So I want to loop it now. So for that purpose, I am taking this row is nothing but as the variable of that, and I'm taking row, correct, not this row dot field here only row dot field of, just I'm converting to the string. Sometimes some data it's coming in the format of integers. So just I'm converting to the strings. So just for safer side. So and which column I'm looking for? I'm looking for the email. So already I copied this email from the previous backspace. Okay. After this dot, I want to select. So select, mm, select many. Again, I'm updating this function. I'm creating one more variable which we call group. And here I want to check that group by, I need to take this one by one in the column of status. So whether it is having the error or found or not found that, no, so I need to update it. So why it's okay, let it be. Let me write this query. We'll check if we got any errors. We'll check that later. So I'm grouping that group dot. So group dot order by over the year. Maybe I did something wrong. So later I will check this one. So order by function of or. Okay, here I am checking if condition. If or dot field of string. So I'm checking for this column status. HTTP. Okay, column status. So the column status which is equals to error. Maybe it's capital error or small error. I'm not sure, but as of now, I'm going with this capital error. and just take this is my first priority. So if I got any error on the table, so just it pick the first priority of that. And similar way, I need to apply for one more if condition. If the same thing, just copy and do that, or you can just write that or dot. If I make sure that you can write this code because it will very handy to you. So while you practice, you will get something good. So or dot field of string, and again I need to update this status status. Okay, status equals to what one status not found. Okay, and similar way I need to give this priority for the two, and I have the one more priority now. So for that I don't want to give any declare, so by default we'll take the three. So just apply this three. So after that, what we need to do, we need to take, so we need only the one column. For example, I have 3 4 error are there, but I need to pick only the first line item. So for that I am taking this one of one dot copy to data table. Okay, this is a query. So I know when you check here something has happened at the select menu. So already I have written that code with me handy, so let me copy this. Okay, select many is there is no space. Let me try that. It's still having this error. So we'll check that. Maybe it's having some extra columns might be the miss, or might be something else. So just I'm checking this one. Select many of group order. Okay, here having one extra open bucket. Let me remove that. Okay, status not found dot take. Maybe let me remove this. I will did some small mistakes. That's fine. So maybe having open that close bracket or close that not bracket, it won't work. So that is the issue. So now anyway, the finally the query has built it. So just click on that save. Okay, still getting this error. Why? Okay, let me copy this. I will paste directly straight away this. Yeah, let me check. Cannot assign data table system dot to string dot assign activity. Let me check what is this final data table. So final data table is in the format of string. Just we need to change that system dot data table. That's it. Okay, now everything is done. And later I will take this right range. Also here I use this right range workbook itself. And I will take this path from here itself. Just take this path and I update it here and change that file. So I make it as f output. You can whatever it may be. So I go with this XLX and update the sheet name as output and view this data table as final data table. Okay, now code has everything is built. So just I will run this. So whatever I have written this link query now, so I will pass the same thing in comment sections or maybe in the descriptions, so you can check there. So just as of now, I'm just running this automation end to end once. So let's wait for a couple of seconds. Okay, automation has been completed and I'm moving to the output folder. So just it's created this F output and you can check here. So and I go to my input output as well. This is my expected output now. Just let me open that and I copy the same data and paste it downside. So when you check, so I got this expected output. So forget about this order, whatever it may be. So we need this output now. So how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Similar way, maybe here some I missed out this headers. Okay, when you check on the top side, headers are missing. So just check this. What is the count? It's a 6, and similar to it's 7. Okay, we need to leave this first column. So I mean first row. So we have the total six. So this is the way how we can do get the data based on the two columns with the priorities.
If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, make sure to hit that like button, share with your friends, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to turn off notifications so you never miss an upload.